Now, I'm sure many of you over the course of the last 3 days have probably heard stories from teachers and from parents and others about how the home visit had them confront a prior idea or bias they may have had about that parent or that teacher. And what happened was that the vision or the belief that they held about that person or even those families or those teachers gets completely shaken to its core, because when they go on that home visit, they see something that isn't at all like what they thought. And we've heard a number of stories about that. So what happens to you when you are confronted with something in reality, so when you go on that home visit and you see those families that you were a little nervous about, or you go into that neighborhood that you were a little nervous about, and you find all these wonderful individuals, all of these warm community members, and you go into the home and the families introduce you to grandma and grandpa and auntie and uncle, and you meet the kids and you see that child who's so happy for you to be there. And on the other side, because I know for a lot of the parents, the home visit is intimidating too, because who's this teacher, you know, what are they gonna do? I know Miss Kaya. Some of you may know her from Stan. She talked about, I thought it was gonna be a Child Protection Services visit. I thought they were gonna come in and check up on me. And when I found that the teacher just asked me what my hopes and dreams were, and she really wanted to know me, that was so different from what I thought was gonna happen. So here's the key, ladies and gentlemen. Our minds do not like disequilibrium. We can't function that way. So what ends up happening is something's got to change. And so consequently, when you have that different experience than what you were expecting, your brain has to shift. And I think what happens is that your implicit bias is disrupted. It is disrupted. What a wonderful thing to happen. And I've heard these stories after one home visit. We have courses at Harvard that go on for a whole year, trying to unpack implicit bias and trying to get people to read this and read that. Now, that's important, but think about it. One visit changes the way we believe about another person, changes our beliefs, changes our values.